Hey fam, how are you? I hope you're doing great and you're having a fabulous Sunday. I'm having a good day and welcome to my YouTube channel, Made for More, where you get personal development tips at your fingertips. And if you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? If you're new to my space, I'm welcoming you from the bottom of my heart. If you're a regular, you rock my world. You're my family, you're my tribe, and I appreciate you every second. And I'm so happy that you're here. And today I'm going to talk about a subject that is triggering, a, a subject that is very personal to me. And we're going to talk about domestic violence. And I know at this, like it's 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 a raw emotion right now, considering the gospel artist who just recently died. And I've seen many people criticizing her and asking why would she not leave. And I feel her and I understand her. And I do all these things because I used to be her. There was a time I was in her shoes. There was a time I was married to a narcissist, and I have scars. I call them my evidence of how I survived. And it's easier for people to say, why would you not walk away? But for my case, for my case, I was I was actually attached, and I'd gotten to a point where I actually believed every time he beat me, every time he abused me, every time he did anything, it was all my fault. And I was deserving of whatever punishment he'd give me. You see? One thing, if we are going to heal, if we are going to like empower women or men for this matter to walk away of out of such relationships, we first have to understand in the first place, why is this someone doing, or why is this someone still staying in such a relationship? You see, because for me for me I stayed because I had been raised by my mom, and all along I used to think that I came from a single parent family, where else my dad used to live in a country while I lived with my mom and my siblings in Nairobi. So if there's something I wouldn't have wanted my kids to go through, is to be raised without a father, because I'd been raised without a father. And that guy was good, was a good dad, was a good dad to my children. But you know, even if someone is good for your children, it doesn't mean they are good for you. And the moment you carry that burden and that baggage, the moment you get to that point where you are accepting of their behavior, the moment you start being responsible for their behaviors, or you start, like, when he was good, he was very good, like very good. And when he was bad, he was very bad. And so I'd I'd live for the good days, because I knew, like, even if right now this person is is bad or is toxic. They are capable of loving me. They are capable of being so good and so nice to me. And so I lived for those good days. I dreamt of those good days. I dreamt for those highs until I started working on my mindset. Everything, if we have to say to change something, we cannot change something by a conversation. I know conversations are good because they trigger something in you, but for things to change, we have to go deeper. We have to work on our subconscious. We have to work on the beliefs that this person has that are making them still stay in such an abusive relationship. They know it is toxic. They know it from the bottom of their hearts. They know it is toxic. But then again, it is hard to go. It is hard to walk away. And sometimes we are so attached, like this abuser is our life support. And so someone is scared, if I leave, where will I begin? And so for us to change this conversation, for us to not write rest in peace, for us to not like have to be triggered and have to watch women or men die in the hands of the people that they love, we have to begin a paradigm shift from our mindsets, because our beliefs shape us, and whatever stories we've told ourselves, we fulfill them. And one thing with our minds, they like whatever is familiar to us, what like our mind supports, and anything that is unfamiliar, our mind does not support. It will take you back to whatever is familiar. Like if you were in, like when you were growing up, if your parents were like so abusive, you find that you'll meet someone who is also abusive, most likely, even if they won't abuse you like physically, but that need, that longing that you didn't get as a child, you will still be looking for it in other relationships. And so, my dears, today I pray that we will start these conversations and start changing our mindsets and start rewiring our brains, because that is where the game will change. That is where a shift will happen. It's a sad day. It is painful, and most of the time the society will, like, people will talk, and we've been conditioned that working out on a marriage equates to failure. But my dears, we have to change such thinking, because such thinking, such judgments are what has led us to where we are in the here and in the now, where we are losing people, and it's so sad. And so I hope we continue these conversations, and not only these conversations, I hope we will have workshops where we will empower ourselves so that we change our mindsets, we have a shift in our beliefs, and we work on ourselves. Thank you so much. Have a lovely Sunday. Bye bye.